Hello and welcome back. I'm B-Ball and this is Musgro Farm, a factory builder with infinite scaling according to the single developer. The game lets you grow. There's a tech tree, there's trucks, there's crops, there's recipes, there's different buildings, there's building, there's progress, there's money. How about we jump right in? When you start a new game, you get a tutorial, like you should expect, and we have the tutorial right here, and it does everything that you need to figure out in the beginning, and we're going to skip a couple things because I hope I remember enough pieces to actually just move along with the, getting started things, because they do give you points, and the points help you make progress, because with the points you get this tech tree, and the tech tree is super exciting. Well, super exciting, maybe a little stretching it, but we have general and fields, and then we can actually expand to buildings. That's another tech tree over here, and there's just a lot of stuff. And again, this is an early demo. This is not the full game yet, but it does give you just about everything you need. One of the things you will notice, there are absolutely no time controls for the whole game, and that is new to me. Okay, that is not the games I usually play, but you know what? You gotta try new things every once in a while. So the game would like us to plant just a field, in this case a lettuce field. That lettuce field will just start growing right away, and that's wonderful. Just what we have to make sure is we need a level 5 lettuce field. And if you follow the tutorial exactly to what it asks you to do, we're clicking this button to level up. That's all there is, and you have a little bit of money sitting up here. If you follow the tutorial up to the T of exactly what you're supposed to do, you should be able to make reasonable progress, because we have this little green truck, green for money, right? That takes stuff from your farm and starts exporting that. And when it exports it, you will actually start seeing some money coming in, which is wonderful. And the trucks over here drive around. However, if you ever find yourself in a situation where you're just like, oh, I just completed a thing, now I have extra money in there, I should buy my workers, that will slow your progress down. It is a factory builder. You have to make sure that the things that you are building are worth what you want to do right now. Otherwise, you may or may not run out of fields. So that's the first one. The next one it asked me for is an arugula field, also level 5. So let's see if we can make an arugula field. As you can see, it just costs a little bit of money. Cool. Yeah, we can plop that down here. So this is pretty basic, right? You have a couple fields, you build the fields, and you make sure that everything in the fields does the things that the tutorial is asking you for. So we're going to level this up to level 5 again, and then we could get additional workers. It costs extra money, but additional workers will actually half the time, or double the production, half the time that it takes to produce whatever is on there, and that will give you more money over time. You just have to find a good balance of what is right and wrong when you do that. Makes sense? Good, because that's what you're going to do for a little while. You need a lettuce field and a arugula field with 2 workers on it. So we're just going to double this one and double this one. Sometimes I would like there to be a confirmation dialog. Sometimes it's just like, yeah, you really don't need that. So this all looks good, and now reach fields level 2, which is this guy over here. It actually tells you how long you have to wait, because there are no time controls. We can't really speed up or slow down anything in the game itself, but you always have the choice to expand, to build more, to grow, like all the other things, which you will probably need at some point anyway. So we might as well expand here and spend a little bit of money that we have on producing more, because everything you produce does increase your XP's experience points every minute, and I would say that's worth it. I found that the level on the farm is usually worth it right away, but the workers, because they are so expensive, they may not make enough sense, especially since you only currently have 1 truck. There's 1 truck. At some point you get to upgrade them. There are things, because there are a lot of menu items. I feel like I'm jumping through this a little faster than I want to, but there are a lot of menu items. For example, right now, this truck is carrying 150 units, and that's all it can pick up. And this one has 60. Okay, it picks up 60 from there, and it picks up 45 from here. So there's a few units of something. It doesn't care what type of material is on there or crop is on there. But it just keeps moving around, and as long as it's not full, it's not going to go home. But it's your job to keep the flow of material reasonable for the truck to actually be able to keep up with everything. The same is true for the sail truck. Obviously, at some point you do get to expand or upgrade these, but that's not right now. So unlock beans and peas in the field tech tree. Plant a pea field. Okay. There's a tech tree over here. Beans and peas. Yep, unlocked. Super simple. You can hover over it, unlocks planting beans and peas. I'm not sure that all of the tech tree is already done, but I know that the developer does have some plans. We had a short conversation, but without seeing exactly how that's being implemented, I'm not 100% sure that I'm the best person to talk about that. So I'm just going to let the developer figure out how all of that has to play together, and that's totally fine. So peas. Peas is the next thing. The thing is, there are other productions later on that you want to worry about. And I don't want to expand this too far, but I think peas is actually one that we can still put on this road. So we're going to plop it down here. And as you can see, yeah, the truck can just go in between fields. And if you don't have your driving distance too far for all the things that need to happen, you should be efficient enough. But once you spread out more, as you can probably imagine here, things may or may not become more complicated every once in a while. We have reached our pea field. And I would like the P field to also be a full level up, so we can max out what we get out of that. But then, on our general tab, it's actually almost time to level up 2 buildings. And for that, it's just going to take about another minute if we want to, or we get all of our points and other things. Like in this case, it's asking for us to plant green beans as well. These I will actually move over to the side here because there will be another building down the road that we want to use to chop down green beans, because there are recipes. There are things that you can do when you get there that will expand the game. And this is where the interesting proposition of this game comes in for me. I don't know how complicated the mid and late game is going to be, because this map does not feel like it's just going to stop. I can only see a certain amount of the map, but all of these are tiles. And I would imagine that each tile is its own farm region, where you just get a new farm on, and then you have to figure out what they're doing. And I do know that there's logistics plan to move things between those places. And I have no idea how that's going to be implemented down the road. So that is exciting to me. I would like to build a building, and the first building that we're going to build is a cuttery. With the cuttery, we actually would like a little bit of dirt road here. Otherwise, that's going to be a little awkward. Let's make it like so. Not sure I love the layout yet. I'm sure there are good and bad layouts. But the cuttery is supposed to help us chop down beans. And we just... Wow. You actually get free input from the fields that you're connected to? I'm interpreting the arrows as that. That is new. I didn't realize that before. If that is the case, I'm not going to put the cuttery here, and we'll actually put the cuttery here, because I should have opportunities to put more beans touching the cuttery, and that will be pretty fun, because the first thing that we want is a chopped green bee recipe. And yes, please, who doesn't like chopped green bees? And if they don't have to manually be picked up, because the building itself starts out with nothing, absolutely nothing. You can change your recipe. We want the green beans. Cool. And that's going to start that. However, it's not going to do anything. It actually needs a vehicle to move things around. The tutorial tells you all of that. So that's why I'm going over this fast. If you actually get this game, it's more about do you think this is attractive? Do you think the controls move smooth? And as you can see, yes, they do. I really think the game itself flows very smoothly. Things make sense. I would like to speed up the trucks like to double speed maybe, but that's not really in the feeling of what this game is actually supposed to do. So I'm totally okay with saying, you know what, I don't think we need that. So that should all be okay. We are trying to produce chopped green beans, and here's what I want to check. Yes, the beans that are here in this field never need to be picked up. They can always be picked up directly by the chopped house, and I like that, because that's logistics. That means you don't need to involve all your trucks all the time. So I'm going to put another field right next to the cuttery. Use the right words. And just see how all that works out. So right now the truck only has to pick up from that field. Obviously, it makes a lot more sense to put these fields to the right across from the driving part here, but it is what it is. We'll be fine. What do you want? You want a couple more chopped green beans, and I think we can do that by just increasing our workers and this. Which one's better? You can see the impact. So if we level up, we decrease our time by 8 seconds, and we increase our XPs by 6.8 per second. But if we do this, which is 3 times, okay, this almost maps out. It's a little less. So doing 3 of these, which is not the translation because the levels do a little bit different things, but 3 of these are about 2,000, and the numbers are pretty close to that. So you can almost pick which one you want. The 2,000 just has a more immediate impact right now, but overall the levels and the worker numbers seem to be well correlated with each other, which is quite nice. So do we want more of this? Probably. I haven't min-maxed this. Min-maxing is not really how I play games. I think this is a perfect game to play min-max, but it's not that interesting to me. I just want to see how complicated I can make something, and then what I can do with it after that just feels more interesting to me. But this is fine. Let's unlock truck leveling first, and that is right here. And then upgrade your farm center collection truck to level 3. Yes. Again, I said this in the beginning, I would stick to the goals over here stocking up, because if you just start clicking buttons all over the place, you will get into the pain of having to wait for the next thing. First time I played this, that's what I did. And that was a comment, at least, that I left to the developer. I was like, you know what, just a little... It made me go a little slow, and I would like to go a little further, but I couldn't do that yet just because of how things, were interacting together. And that was more because I didn't follow all the prompts over here. I just was like, ooh, I can go here. I can max out something. I can do, you can do all these little things that just overall make things a little more complicated. So that's fine. Ranking up, yes. If we're at the end of the tutorial now, so if you got to this point, congratulations. But there's more stuff. We can unlock more things over here, which right now we're waiting on 4 minutes before we can actually unlock that. We can get more things. Do we want cabbage? Yes, cabbage sounds great, because cabbage can also be chopped up and we can do other things with it, which now that I know that the cuttery can actually be connected to fields and they give us max amounts, there is part of me that just wants to see how far can we take that. Do I want red cabbage or green cabbage? I like green cabbage. It's weird that they're different, but part of the next thing that we want to get to is, where are you? Is it general? No. Is it buildings? No. Simple soup. This is where we want to go. Unlock simple vegetable soup. That's the next goal. We want to get 1,000 units of that. But to get this, you need corn, you need root vegetables, you need just a soup kitchen, and you need a bunch of other things. And I'm not sure if cabbage is actually one of the recipes on there. Let's see what we get here. If we change our recipe, we can just get shredded cabbage or shredded red cabbage. I don't know which one we're going to need, so I'm just going to go with red, because in real life, I really enjoy red cabbage. It may be a little weird and a little gross to some people, but I do like red cabbage. So I'm going to do this, and I will place the chopping house on this side. Okay. This is by no means maxed. So we have that connection there. Cool. I can effectively put one more field here, a field here, a field there. Ooh. Okay. I'm thinking out loud. I'm allowing it to use a truck for a couple of the activities that it wants to do, and that is on purpose. That's the wrong button that I'm clicking there. But I wanted to see how much I can max out the reach here. So rotate. We can put this one here. We have limited money, so I'm not going to place another one right there. But you guys can actually start chopping up the red cabbage right away. Don't have to speed anything up yet. But now I can go here and say rotate. Directly connected, I think I can hold shift to keep the fields connected the way that I need them to. Oh, I actually get the corner bonus. That I didn't expect, but I like it. And then rotate. Corner bonus here, and then we can either decide to put, wait. There we go. I couldn't see the arrow, so I wasn't sure what was going on here. But now, this cabbage cutter is connected to all of these fields, obviously. And I think it's there, and then it's here, and then it's down here. And we can probably place one more cabbage field. We do have not that much money left, but we have a little bit of money left, so we may as well. And then this guy, all you really need to do is get one vehicle and spend the rest of the money on speeding up this cabbage cutter as much as possible, and then that becomes part of the export that we have. Now, we have grown the farm. It is bigger. There's more stuff here. We have not optimized anything, but we are at a situation where we have 800 units, and this truck can only pick up 500 at a time. What should you do? Well, you have to survey the situation that we're in. In this case, the survey says our selling truck can only move 500. We have a little bit of money left over, and now there's 900 here. So let's see when the selling truck comes back. We know that it was picking up at 800. It left 300 in the bank. That's fine. Our little blue truck is obviously driving around and doing a couple things. But there's a truck again. You're going to pick up something. Our little blue truck is going to bring more stuff in. So we are about 100 units below our threshold. So let's just upgrade this to 750. Don't go crazy right away. As you can see, if you are paying attention, you do keep a little extra money in, and that is good. Collection truck. You seem to... These two I'm not terribly worried about. I think the problem is more that you are full of storage, but you're not moving enough material. So we're going to upgrade you so you speed up your process. This is where you get into... I wouldn't call this the mid-game yet, but it's certainly not the early game anymore. It's the advanced early game, potentially. I'm not sure. And I think we can do more and more of these setups where you just maximize your throughput a little bit, and I'm kind of excited about that's a real option here. But let's look at our fields. 150 here, 180 here, 165 here. Like, those are all indicators that our truck that wants to move things around at 300 units is not keeping up with everything that it needs. Plus now our green truck is actually keeping up with what it needs, and that's great. This level up does not give us as much as we did before, right? So yeah, make sure that your trucks are valuable. I'm sure that at some point we can upgrade to get more collection trucks in here, and let's see what we can get from here. Currently the only level that we can get out of this guy is that you need 3 points in field tree. Okay, so we haven't spent anything yet, but upgrading this should give us more levels on that side, and that's cool. I'm not sure which one we want. Increase field harvesting speed by 10%. Okay, we could get carrots. Carrots gets us to the way of vegetable soup, so I feel like this one is not a bad one. And then we're out of points here, but the more you build, the more points you get, because the more experience you gain, and that is neat. Speaking of experience, you can increase your experience there and unlocks the ability to upgrade truck levels. We already did this. 3 points in green, sure. So you just, I mean, it's a tech tree. You have to go through it here and there and make sure that you can get all the basic things taken care of. And now we have. There's a building point. No, not yet. But about in 20 seconds, we can upgrade something in the building here. We may be getting a packager, for example. That could be an option. Or whatever else we can see there. Let's see how our fields are going and how our industries are doing. This one, as you can see, is relatively full, which makes me think maybe, yeah, at least increase our level a little bit. We are level 2 there. We are level 2 here on workers. And this is where you have to figure out, well, which way do you want to build this? How do you want to build it? Do you make more money? Because right now we are not even picking up everything right away. So there's a blue truck. Yep, you're getting that. And it's not able to catch up with everything that goes on there. But we're already maxed out on our levels. So that's something we have to figure out relatively soon. Building levels. Don't know that we need that right now. Storage. Interesting. Local hubs for moving and storing products. That is interesting. Because that should give me what I want. I just don't... That's like a... Not a distribution office, but the opposite of a distribution office, like a collection office that can get us all the things that we want. I think that would be cool. Prepared items into sellable packages. This one just gives us more money. This one lets us collect more. Okay, what is our biggest problem right now? We are okay on collection, I think. I would like to upgrade the truck leveling. Max truck level here. We're just having to wait until we get to the next level, but that is okay. So I think the packaging is most interesting to me right now. So how about we get that one done? Packager. Yes, please. We can build that right away because we have a little bit of money. And then I'm assuming... Oh yeah, look at that. We can actually make this happen. So now you have to decide, how far do you want to be away from all the things that are going on? Do you want to be there? Do you want to be here? What is your plan? And I don't have one, but I would assume that placing it here on the main road is better than placing it this far away from where all the things are happening. So this is what we're going to choose for the time being. Do we need to start collecting something there? I would like to upgrade you at least a little bit. Honestly, make you a worker 3 because that puts our throughput a little higher, because we do have a lot of fields sitting right there that we're not quite keeping up with emptying them out most of the time, and that's okay. Recipe, what can you do? You can do a coleslaw mix. You need shredded cabbage, and shredded carrots. Okay. Well, I feel compelled to pick one of these. Obviously, we don't have all of this right now. We need to expand our production a little bit to get the other items on there, but that's not the end of the world. Or can you do one at a time? If I do it this way and give you a truck, always need a truck. If I do it this way and give you a truck, you're driving wow, you are just like, you have all the time in the world, don't you? So you're gonna go all the way out here, get some red cabbage. The thing that oh, okay. So it takes any of these and puts it into one of the packages. That makes a lot more sense. I wasn't sure if that meant that it needs all 3 of those and put it into packages. No, just one of those. And at this case, it would make more sense to put the packager right next to our producer. But it is what it is right now, so that is totally fine. So I didn't have to go that much further to find one next thing that I think makes it a lot more controllable of what's going on. Because we still have a small problem here, right? We have the little blue truck that cannot keep up with absolutely everything. And we have this guy over here that's producing, but nowhere to put things. I got a couple things out. The first one was I did get the storage, and the storage doesn't look like it contains, like it has its own truck to move things around. But tutorials tips are the same. The storage seems to be designed to be a one-stop hub for letting the blue truck just go out once and pick up a full load, in this case up to 800 units. I don't think it's tons, but 800 units of something, so I can set up these 3 that either feed right into the storage, and right now it looks like we do have some chopped onions sitting here, so they're all trying to get in there. My goal was to put another chopper just on the other side of this, like so, and then we put another chopped onion field right behind it, and it seems like it doesn't really matter if you have the road connected or not. There are no fires. There's nothing you have to do on the field today, and if I do have to do something on the field, you always have the choice to remove that later on. But for right now, this makes my life relatively simple, because all I have to do is wait until the storage is full, and then the blue truck has one place to pick up from. Okay, good. I have fields over here with red circles around them. What's up with those? I paused them, and that may or may not be good, but our chopping over here is actually keeping up with everything that we needed to do relatively well, so that is good, which means I do want you to move faster, but I also want this to pick up whenever something is appropriate. The problem is our truck has not been able to keep up with everything. So the blue truck started showing up in some of these fields. And guess what happens when a blue truck goes this route, this route, this route, this route, this route, and then tries all the way back. It's a forever route that takes way too much time. So there's an upgrade. The upgrade is, was it here? Basic logistics. Yes, this one. Also great tutorial on that. Super simple. All it will tell you is, okay, now you have more control over who can do what. There are 2 things. It adds this little tab up here, and that little tab lets you select who do you allow. Blue truck. Blue truck is the collection truck from the farm, or yellow truck is the input truck that picks up from certain fields to bring to like an industry. In this case, the cutter. It's a cutter. It's not a chopper. Come on. So that's the first thing. It's like, okay, that's fine. That's nice. Okay. And then you can click on here and you can say allow sale, don't allow sale, allow sale, don't allow sale. All that is nice. I would like to see like an indicator on the circle or somewhere else that you can either not sell or sell, like something that tells me that I click this button without having to click on the field. I'll tell them that. Don't worry. And I don't think that there will be that much pushback to make that happen. But that's the first thing. And it's like, okay, this is nice. Now I have to click on this one. Say, okay, sell, not sell. Yeah, that's fine. You know what would be nice? Multi-control. You know what is multi-control? You can either hit control, left control, and click, and now I've selected 2 plots. They're both the same. You can also select different different buildings. You can also select another different building. So now you have all the buildings in here, and you have different rules that you can apply to it. Okay. You can also just use left shift and drag over all of this, and you can select them like, okay, all of you, I don't want you to allow any sale. So now all the sales are turned off in every single individual field. Cool, full control. And then you can also say, when you turn sale off, it effectively turns off the blue truck. Okay, those are all stopped. Now they go. This effectively turns off the blue truck. It does the same thing. If the blue truck can't bring it here, you cannot sell it because you have to sell from the farm. So there's a shortcut there. You don't have to click on this logistics button every time. Look at that. I can also level all of them up. Cool. I can also give all of them more workers. We don't need more workers. We have enough material. I just need a couple other things. So there are multi-controls that you can do, and I think these multi-controls existed before. I just didn't have to use it, but it gives you a chance to actually make sure that everything is done relatively easy. And then if you're saying, well, I don't want this anymore, left control, unselect it. Now you can set these things again just to make sure that this one, which currently is set to don't sell, and obviously we do want to sell this product, something can happen. You could say, no, I don't want to sell this. Why would I want to sell this if I have the packager sitting over here, which this is where the money is at. That's where we want to go. You would be right, and you would be fair, and yeah, we're just waiting on things to actually get produced here. What are we really waiting on? Progress is at this. What is going on here? There's a truck. Okay, you're bringing some stuff in. Do you actually have to fill this up before we can produce the next item? There's experience. Okay, I'm not sure what currently is going on because we have a lot of we do need green cabbage for the packaging. Okay, well, let's add another farm. We have a little bit of room over here, and that's right next to the packager, so that doesn't make me feel bad. And this setup over here seems to be appropriate enough, and I think, yeah, I like this setup, and we can actually make it look a little prettier with the things that I learned in the meantime. So get me a cuttery, like here, well, like there, but pull it back a little bit, and then you can actually do the thing. Now that I know I don't need road connections, as far as I understand, I think we even have a chance to do a little bit more than what I was doing before. I do need this road connection, that's important, but the other ones we don't actually have to connect to anything. Let's get that green cabbage, and this is what I'm talking about. I can just put this right here, and I'm holding shift, 1, 2, 3, rotate, 1, 2, 3. Now this one is connected to all of those, period. Let's upgrade this at least to that level because that's what we're going to need. Let's talk to all of these guys. Yes, I don't need that field. I don't need this guy. Beautiful controls. I love those. Tell them don't sell, and we're just going to level up to level 5, I guess, and give all of them some workers. No, we don't need... I don't think we have to produce that fast. So that should be fine for the cabbage. Change our recipe. Shredded lettuce, shredded cabbage. That's the one that we need. And this one is important. We don't want to sell this. We want to sell the packaged stuff down here. I'm still not 100% sure why this is not producing something. It feels like the indication here is that this should just start producing a thing, but it can't because it does seem like it needs all 3 of these to make the packaging work. And honestly, that is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That was just not plain and obvious to me right away, but this should be fine. This guy should be able to pick up whatever they want. This truck currently is not really able to pick up as much material as I would like you to at a time, so let's just increase that a little bit. If the truck could move a little faster, that would be cool too, but yeah, all of this should be okay, and for right now we can say, red cabbage, you can be sold, because we do have more than enough to make that one actually happen. So this all feels good. So yeah, you're just going to pick up what you have over here. And, well, do your thing. What do you think? I think this game has high potential. I think that at least a double speed every once in a while, because right now I'm just going to sit here and wait. We do have a lot of money, but it's really not that much money. And as you know, like games like this just progress to the next thing over time, which is fine. What is this? Provides business opportunities and management systems to increase revenue and XP generation. Cool. Unlock business allows you to accept contracts from the... Whoa! There we go. I thought this was going to be just a sit and wait, but no, we can get some contracts. To fulfill contracts, you need to build a business center. This building acts similar to the farm center. It collects and the desired products. Business collection truck and delivers them with a business sale truck. Beautiful. For now, you can only accept 1 contract at a time, and 2 new contracts will become available every 10 minutes. These can all be improved via business technologies. That's exciting, because now instead of having to wait, you can actually go in and say, hey, yeah, this contract sounds great. Complete contract gives me this, plus 100% production, I think. I require products, shredded red cabbage. You know how much shredded red cabbage I have? All of it. So, business center, 30K. Yes, please. Can I put you in the middle here? No, I cannot. I don't know what to do with that icon. I think I can plop you right here. I'm partially tempted to do something silly, but no. Just plop it here. You have some room. I'm not sure if this is a good or a bad place for it, but we have it now, and we can complete that contract whenever we feel like it, and there are more contracts obviously already waiting for us. So that one can get done. That's the contract. That's what we accepted. Cool. It's going to do that. Fields. We can get more workers, salad greens, or root vegetables. The next level, so some potatoes and stuff. I don't know which one we want, so we can just leave that alone because I'm not planning on building that right away. We can get a larger storage or processing speed upgrades. Before we can go here, we need 6 points, spend. So let's just spend a point there. That's fine, and then we still have to figure out what we're going to do with this one. Which I don't know. Field workers allows 1 more worker per field, but at much higher cost. Don't think we need that yet. And I don't think the setup that I have over here is necessary, because this cutter seems to be just fine, collecting the things that it has there. Cool. It also looks like I can have this... Oh, yeah, it's packaging. It's doing a thing. It's making us money. Yeah. I'm excited. Oh, I am excited about that. Truck. Well, how are we doing on our fields? Now that we were able to turn off the collection rate, and it looks like this guy is simply not keeping up with what I want you to keep up on, because too many things are just waiting there. But this truck, the blue truck, this truck, yes, blue truck, talk to you, 17,000. We have a little bit of money, so we may as well fill you up. It's always 70 units more, and that is fine. I would like to get another truck in here, but, well, that's a problem that we have. With all the controls that we have now, with the turning on and off of selling stuff and all those things, it is relatively easy, because it looks like the purple truck, the purple input truck can go out here, and I'm assuming that purple truck is also here now. The purple input truck is going in, collecting it for the contract, and then the other purple truck is exporting it, and that should complete our contract relatively quickly. Yes, we have this much already and in route. We would just like a little bit more, and for that little bit more, how about we just upgrade this to max and get the stuff out that we want. Every once in a while you hear a little chime. That chime is just telling you, okay, you have another thing available. What do you want? Processing speed, I guess. I don't is that an upgrade here? No, I think it's just an overall upgrade that we get. That's what I have. Cute game. I like it. I may try to play this a little longer, make it like a 3-part series, because I think there is high potential for complications that will pop up here at some point. Because, for example, it looks like these 2 cutters are completely filled up. Let's talk to both of you. Level you up here, give you a level 5, and then you... Oh, you can actually turn on and off the different fields to do the thing. I like that, because now let's say the middle field always feeds into the storage, and the storage... What do we get extra here? 200. Cool. But that's great. We let the middle field just feed into the storage, and then these 2 can just pick whatever they want. I know that's what they did before, but I just don't want the field itself to overflow. We're also not getting enough materials or crops out of these guys, so that is something we had to make sure of. These are both level 1, so let's multi-upgrade you at the same time, so all of these are completing the same things, and that is good. Here it looks like we're still not producing enough, so get another worker in there and at least get you to level 5. And yeah, you can just continue doing this. I'm very curious to what expansion, what thing we can get here in this demo, because overall this feels not very early access. I think the early access, not early access, it's a demo. It's not even early access. The thing that is later is just other things that are on the tech tree that we haven't discovered yet and don't even know about it yet. But look at that. There's another tech tree for business opportunities now. I don't know how many more tech tree items go in here, but I'm sure it's not 0. Well, I'm not sure, but I would think it's not 0. We'll just have to keep an eye on that and keep on building. Harvesting speed, max level, workers, salad greens. I would like another building level. I should have gotten that as my next point, but I didn't. No, I like it. I want to keep playing this because there's more in here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.